Kind of look like Ben Wallace. What is going on, everybody? I'm Duso back again with another video. I've done a couple of tier lists on this channel, and today I'm going to be adding another one. For today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list on the 25 and under club. Yes, we're going to be ranking the players that are 25 years of age and younger based off where they are right now as a player, based off certain potential, things of that nature. Side note, I got the sniffles, so if I sound kind of congested in this video, that's why, but that's not going to stop us. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first player we're going to be ranking is Bam Adebayo. We're already starting off good. Bam is a defensive player of the year candidate every single year. An amazing talent, has the mid-range game that he's been working on. Super athletic. I feel like most of his, like, you know, I don't know if I want to say deficiencies, or most of the reasons why his offense might not be too impactful is because, one, of course, he's a center. He's not like he's like a unicorn type center. But two, I've watched a couple of like Heat games, and like sometimes like guys like Jimmy Butler and like Kyle Lowry at times, they just don't really give him the ball, man. That's really what it comes down to. I think I want to put him in a B tier player. I think he's high end B. You could even make the case that he's low end A. Anthony Simons, for right now, I got to put him in C just because he's only really had like 1 year of decent success. I mean, he was a great scorer this year. He showed that, but then again, he was on a tanking Portland Trailblazers team where he was getting a lot of the shots and a lot of the minutes, playing alongside Damian Lillard, who's going to be taking some of those shots away from him. How is he really going to perform? I think DeAndre Ayton is in that same like kind of boat of Bam Adebayo. Still waiting on him to make that all-star jump. Desmond Bane is in the same category as Anthony Simons. Scotty Barnes, I think this year showed that he has a potential. I don't want to go solely off potential because right now I do believe Bam is better than Scotty, but like the jump that I expect Scotty to make, I think by the end of next year he'll be better than Bam. I'm still an RJ Barrett believer, so I believe he's in that B category. Another player was still waiting for his all-star jump to really take off, but I mean, he's only going into his 4th year. Devin Booker, easily shown that he's an S tier type of talent. Led the Suns to the finals. I mean, he's a 25, 26, 27 point per game scorer. All NBA all-star. We know what he can do. For these rookies, I'm just going to put them all on A. I can't say that like guys like Cade and Scotty are going to be S tier type guys, even though they probably do have S tier talent, just because, you know, this was their rookie year. All right, so I goofed on my end, man. I had some technical difficulties that like I did, you know, that kind of like just corrupted my video file. So yeah, from the last clip you guys saw, there was a couple that I did, or majority of the video that I did. So I'm not gonna go back and redo my emotions and what I thought about the players. So let's just continue from right here. John Collins, I just didn't believe that like he was like a top tier option for a championship team, and his game is like too reliant on like Trae Young, and he's already like what, 24, 25, so I feel like he's nearing his ceiling as a player. Tyler Hero, he came off the bench. Like, he was a 6th man of the year, but he still averaged 20 points. I just don't think he's better than anybody that I have over him. And it's like, outside of like his bubble year, he just hasn't really been too good in the playoffs. Dante Murray's like in the B tier areas where I start off, but he was an all-star this year. He's gonna be playing alongside Trae Young and such, so I think his statistics will, you know, dwindle, but he'll do more winning, which might benefit his career. It might not. We'll have to see. I believe this is the year where Daryn has to showcase, you know, his true talents and jump up into that all-star category. We've seen in the past that he can be a 23 point per game guy. Let's see if he can tap back into that bag. Josh Giddey and Tyrese Haliburton, I kind of grouped them together. I don't think their scoring will ever like, you know, propel them into like the upper echelon of NBA rankings. They'll still be great facilitators. They'll still be like, you know, really efficient players, but like, you know, just that certain department is kind of holding them back. Jamal Murray missed a year with injury, an ACL injury at that, so I don't know how long it's going to take him for him to get back to his, you know, previous form. Still waiting for that all-star jump to happen, but either way, B tier type guy. I feel like it's great for Jamal Murray. Ah, man, Daryn Jackson Jr., a guy who's consistently injury prone. For a 7-footer, does not rebound the ball well at all. Extremely foul prone and is super inefficient, but he has great defensive abilities, like defensive player of the year, you know, type of defensive abilities. So that's the reason why I have him in B tier. A tier guys, Jaylen Brown. Whole thing for him is that like if he was a one option, I don't know how successful the team would be, you know, around him. Like, I feel like Jason Tatum is part of the reason as to why he's so good right now is that he's not receiving like, you know, #1 defensive assignment, you know, every single night and stuff like that. Donovan Mitchell, he could be S, but for right now I'm having A. I might even have him like top of A, just because like I don't know if he can ever be like a one option on a championship level team. You know, wings run the league, and like you see in my S tier, I have 3 wing players, and then Moran, who I believe is better than Donovan Mitchell. Anthony Edwards, he has the prototype to be a modern day wing. I feel like he's going to make the all-star leap, and he's going to take over as the #1 scoring option for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Darius Garland, as you can see by This right here, I'm a huge Darius Garland fan. I'm a huge Cavs fan. So I watched every game of what he did, and he was the Cleveland Cavaliers this year, as well as, you know, other guys like Jared Allen and Devin Booker and stuff. But like, he was the main component. I mean, when Colin Sexton went down with injury, when Ricky Rubio went down with injury, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Caris LeVert, he was still playing at a very, very, very high level. Took that all-star level jump this season, and I mean, he's the prototypical point guard. He can shoot the ball at will. He has a crazy handle. He can finish well at the rim. I mean, he can pass the ball like the best of them. I mean, what is there to not like about Darius Garland? Jalen Green, A-tier potential wise, I mean, he only played his rookie season, but I feel like if you have Cade, if you have Scotty, you have to have Jalen Green in this conversation. And for everybody in S-tier, Luka Doncic, I mean, it's Luka. What do I have to say? Moran made that third-year leap. He turned into an all-NBA player. Brandon Ingram might be a hot take, but he's like a 6'8", 6'9", slender wing that can score like 25 points per game per night. And the only reason he isn't getting 25 points per game per night is because he's playing alongside like Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum and such like that. And I just think he's better than everybody in A-tier, B-tier, C-tier, stuff like that. And if you don't agree, don't got nothing to do with me. We are caught up now. We still got a few players down below to finish up, so let's just dive into them. Melo Ball, for right now, I'm gonna put him in the top of A. This might be another hot take, aside from Luka Doncic, of course. I believe LaMelo Ball might have the most potential. Tyrese Maxey, he's B. He's like kind of low end type B, just because we haven't seen too much from him just yet. He did make that second-year leap, so I'm excited to see what he can do next year. Evan Mobley from my Cleveland Cavaliers, he is an A-tier player. I mean, he's in that same boat as Jalen Green and Scotty Barnes and Cade Cunningham. He might even be higher than, like, you know, those guys, but I'll leave that up for debate for another video. Him and Garland are going to be carrying this Cavaliers team for a long time, man. I cannot wait to see what that duo does for the foreseeable future. Michael Porter Jr., he's in that C tier for me. I'm sorry. I mean, his game is heavily reliant on Nikola Jokic and what he does as a passer. Considering he's a 6'10" wing, he should be higher, right? But, like, the injury concerns are there as well. And just because we haven't really seen too much of him, I just have to have him in that C tier right now. Personally, I think he's high C, probably low end B, honestly, but Gianna Nobi, I'll put him B tier. Dante Sabonis, he kind of is what he is at this point, so he's B tier. Multi-time all-star already, and he's still very, very young. Ben Simmons, he just turned 26, so because of that, I will not be putting him in this video. Technically, I mean, he's not under 25, but if I were to, I'd say he's like A tier, you know, because of everything he's done in the past and such. Jalen Suggs, to me, just projects to be like a C tier, maybe low B player. I don't know if we'll ever have the scoring prowess, you know, to be a top guard in the league. We're getting down to the last three, and I mean, they're all S-tier players. I mean, Jason Tatum just made the finals, and he's only 24 years old. All-NBA All-Star. Trae Young, All-NBA All-Star, one of the best guards in the league. Zion Williamson was a second-year All-Star. He's back from injury now. He's going to be incredible once again next year. And this is my list right here, man. Let me know what you guys think. I really like what I did right here.